Now, a major review of the criminal justice system has concluded that people from black, Asian and ethnic minority backgrounds are still facing bias and discrimination. The review, ordered by the Prime Minister and carried out by the Labour MP David Lammy, calls for sweeping reforms of the system, such as allowing low-level offenders to defer prosecution and instead opt for a rehabilitation programme. Adele Robinson reports.
Nah, I will definitely not be treated fairly.
I think that it's unfair how we get seen as people.
Getting arrested over no reason.
Words of distrust, views on the criminal justice system.
It's hard to gain trust in an organisation that you don't think has changed from when I was a kid 20 years ago.
Opinions in Hackney, backing up a landmark report into the treatment of ethnic minorities within the justice system. MP David Lammy's review calls for a radical overhaul of the way offenders are dealt with.
Keep them in there, guys. 10 passes. Let's do 10 passes. Let's go.
Bobby knows firsthand. He spent 8 years in prison. He now runs community football training and supports the report's recommendation of deferred prosecutions, where rehabilitation is offered instead.
But sometimes it's just one of mistake, hanging with the wrong people at the wrong time, being in the wrong place, and that can change your whole life. So sometimes looking at things in that way, where you defer that decision, come back another time, see how they react after 6 weeks to however time the length period, and then go again. The
review also highlights disproportionate numbers in the system. Figures show black, Asian and minority ethnic men and women make up just 14% of the population. But behind bars, they actually account for 25% of prisoners. If the numbers were proportionate to the population, there'd be 9,000 fewer people of ethnic minority in jail, the equivalent of 12 average-size prisons. For drug offences, people from ethnic minorities are also significantly more likely to be imprisoned.
I have found that there is bias in the system and there is over-discrimination in parts of the criminal justice system. But it is also important to say that many of these issues begin long before the criminal justice system. They begin in homes, and broken homes particularly.
Another major concern is the rise in youth offending among minorities. Lawyer Robert Brown says the report's revelations should be a wake-up call.
The confidence, the public confidence, and particularly confidence amongst black communities within the criminal justice system is now very low, maybe at an all-time low. And we've got to go back 18 years to the Macpherson report, which came out of the horrible Stephen Lawrence case. And what I'm seeing now is that what was wrong with the criminal justice system at the time of the Lawrence case is what's wrong with the criminal justice system now.
The causes and the proposed solutions are complex, but the aim is greater equality and fairness for this generation and the next. Adele Robinson, Sky News.
Well, David Lammy is going to be making a speech outlining the findings of his review. 10 o'clock this morning. We'll bring you live coverage here on Sky News. Now, as we look at what